Alpha.
Hi, I'm Sam Pilling from Sony UK and Ireland, and today I'd like to introduce a brand new lens, the 14mm f1.8 G-Master. As a G-Master lens, it combines excellent image quality, fantastic speed, and great reliability, and we'll take a closer look at that. It's worth noting that this will be our widest ever prime lens, and we now have prime lenses from 14mm all the way up to 600, and it joins a wide range of varied different lenses, giving you 64 different options, 44 of which are full frame, to put on the front of your E-mount camera, or video camera for that matter, because of course it would perfectly partner something like an FX3. So, a bright 14mm wide-angle 1.8 G-Master lens, who's that going to appeal to? Well, it's great for astro work. That wide angle and in-lens technology is keeping stars sharp. It's of course a perfect partner for landscape photography. It's also going to appeal to estate agents for making houses look bigger. It lends itself well to architecture for that matter. It's great for portraiture to a certain extent thanks to the shallow depth of field, but close-up work looks great because you have that fantastic depth of field and sense of scale thanks to the wide angle. All these styles of photography will experience fantastic resolution thanks to two XA lenses. Those are the lenses that we smooth down to 1/1000th of a millimeter for fantastic resolution and smooth bokeh. You'll also find fast autofocus thanks to XD linear motors. Unlike conventional DSLR technology which uses rotating motors, linear motors jump straight to the point of focus. And the build quality won't disappoint either. We have our usual fluorine coating on the outside of the lens to repel water and fingerprints. We have our usual customized button on the side which can be set to any of your favorite features. We have the ability to switch between autofocus and manual focus, and as well as having an aperture ring, which not all of our competitors do, we have a switch to turn off the clicking of that aperture ring. The lens contains 14 elements in 11 groups, and you'll find our XA or extreme aspherical glass in there, ED glass or extra low dispersion glass, and super ED glass, which means you'll get fantastic edge-to-edge sharpness without chromatic aberration. I'm no professional photographer, but I can show you an example later which I've shot, which shows just how sharp this lens is at the edges, the area where lenses tend to let you down, especially with super wide angle. The lens is also capable of a 25cm macro, which gives you a huge sense of perspective when shooting at such a close distance with a wide-angle lens. And of course, it's f1.8, so we can work with really shallow depths of field. One great thing about the 14mm is its balance point, or the center weight point when attached to a camera. It's actually right on the mount. This means if I'm using a gimbal, it's very quick and very easy to quickly stabilize my camera. It's a really well balanced item. Talking of gimbals, being just 460 grams means this camera will really appeal to video users. And in addition to that, the autofocus is silent, so it's not going to interfere when recording in quiet locations. Here we have an example of an image that I shot, and like I say, I'm no professional photographer, but what I can appreciate is the telegraph wires, which run right to the edge of the shot, remain sharp and without chromatic aberration. You can also notice that I'm shooting directly into the sun, and there's no flare or ghosting as you might expect with other lenses. This is G-Master technology at its best, maintaining fantastic resolution without chromatic aberration and providing, where wanted, fantastic bokeh. In this case, it's the opposite. I want the entire landscape in the shot. In addition to the resolution of the lens, one thing I really wanted to try was the autofocus as well. Two XD linear autofocus motors should make sure that focusing is incredibly fast. And it's not really an issue for landscape or astrophotographers, but what if you want to use the 14mm for street photography? So I took the camera along to the Sony pond and tried focusing on different objects using spot focus, varying as much as I could between really near objects and then the distance. As you can see, it focuses incredibly fast in each situation. For a size comparison, I quite often go to the same lens, and that's the 24mm G-Master. And you can see with the 24mm hoods attached, the 14mm is far smaller. It really is a triumph of engineering. Being such a wide-angle lens, it's worth knowing that it comes with a template included to cut your own filters. This is because filters go inside a holder at the back of the lens. This means it's far easier to get hold of polarizing filters, perfect for wide-angle landscape shots without having to cope with that large exterior element. The 14mm f1.8 G-Master pushes Sony's range of lenses further than ever before. It's our widest ever prime lens. With 64 lenses now in the range, you'll find a lens perfect for whatever your particular style of shooting is. Thanks for watching.